Hey, beautiful people, and welcome. Like, so much is happening in my business right now. It's kind of crazy. And I wanted to share with you a few things and also talk about embodiment and authenticity and spirituality and some paradoxes inside spirituality. So, welcome and let's dive right in. So, 2 days ago, I made this podcast and this Instagram live sharing my discomfort with a situation. And I created, after that, I got the inspiration that just came to me naturally to learn it within myself and then to create a practice where I was sharing how we can turn our vulnerability into our superpower. And yesterday, that's what happened. And today I was like, what do I feel like posting? What do I feel like sharing? What is alive and present within me today? And what I felt was like to trigger a little bit spiritual people into grounding. So I posted a reel saying, I'm sorry to burst your spiritual bubble. Wait, this is so funny. I'm sorry to burst your spiritual bubble, but you cannot master spirituality until you also master grounding and embodiment. So I made a reel sharing that because, and I've shared this before, all these things are tied together, and I am putting all of this into the container of the activation membership. So if you're inside, you know all the details and all the stories, but if you're not, this is the space where I share how all these stories and how all these triggers and activations and happenings in my life interconnect and intertwine and then birth something to then be of service to others. So I also have a masterclass that I launched yesterday where I was sharing my story of how I came from spiritual transcendence into spiritual embodiment. A lot of spiritual people are very much in the ethers, in the light language, in the channeling, in connecting with other dimensions, in doing energy work. But sometimes that also means that they kind of disassociate from their body and their human experience. And there's a lot that can happen from that, there can come this spiritual ego and this spiritual bypassing that comes in. There, things can happen not feeling safe in the body, judging other people, judging the human experience, thinking everything is an illusion. And disassociating for our bodies is not good for our nervous system. So I share my journey on that masterclass, and it's free. If you want to watch it, it's free. Just send me a DM with masterclass and I will send that to you. And I'm sharing my story of how I descended from the ethers back into the earth, and how that was the single thing in my life that literally changed everything, to ground down, to become embodied. Because and I say this a lot, we are not needed in the ethers. If we were needed in the ethers, we would be in the ethers. We are needed on earth, in our bodies, right here, right now. So disassociating or only doing energy work or channeling light language or channeling other beings or just being in other dimensions, being hypersensitive to the point you cannot be grounded, that is not helping you or anyone else. So it's time to root down to the earth, to connect, to ground, to embody. And this is where the somatic work and the somatic practices and the nervous system and the body work comes in. My work is very much directed lately to people who are very spiritually awake and highly sensitive energetically, but they need to ground. They need to like really be in their bodies and establish a healthy relationship with their bodies and their surroundings and their human life, and also build their business and scale their business. So I'm really passionate about that because I see the importance of that. So yesterday, today, when I shared that reel, I got like very like feisty and like it's a good one. Go check it out if you haven't yet. And I wrote also in the caption something that is that I really feel. And after that, I just felt guided supernaturally to create another somatic practice, because yesterday we birthed a whole new course inside the activation membership. We birthed the embodied content course, because it's kind of the journey that I'm also going through that I want to share with you. Like, it's important that we step forward and be in our leadership and share our voice in our power and voice our truth and express ourselves with authenticity, so that we can magnetize the people who are meant to come into our lives. Because if we are hiding or not wanting to share our perspective or our opinion or whatever about something, the people who are meant to find us and resonate with us, whether it's friends or partners or clients, they won't be able to find us because we are hiding. So the first practice inside embodied content is turning your vulnerability into superpower. That thing you think makes you feel weak and vulnerable can actually be turned into your superpower when you perceive it in a different way in your mind and in your body. And the second practice that we added today is turning, what is the practice? So the second practice is turning judgments into purpose, which is what I did when I posted that reel. So it's, what is the thing that you want to post but you know people will judge you for, but it's part of your mission, of your authentic expression and leadership. So this course and program container is where we dive deeper into each one of the students there and go into like, what is uncomfortable for you? Where are you still hiding? What are you still like, how are you still playing small and hidden and like keeping things to yourself, where you're ready to like express and come out of hiding and step into your authentic leadership. So if you're interested in that, also send me a DM with the word embodied and I will give you all the information. And like, so much magic is happening. So the activation membership is also going from 33 euros to 44 euros very soon, because like there's so much resources and information and love and energy there that price is kind of ridiculous. So we are going up the scale. And also this course, the embodied content, is also going to be on pre-sale for now. It's just 222 euros, and it will go up to 555 in just a few days as well. So if you want to join us, you can send me a message now and take advantage of that opportunity. Hi Sylvia, welcome. And yeah, like, when you take action, when you are inspired, it's like surfing a wave. And life is like always throwing waves at us. And we decide if we are ready to step on our, what's the name of the thing where you go surfing? The surfboards. We decide if we are ready to go on our surfboard and ride the wave and surf the wave, or if we're like, no, I'm not going to take this one. I'm going to wait until I feel more ready. I'm going to wait until I feel blah, 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 or whatever. Instead of like catching the wave and understanding that if life is throwing this wave at you, it's because you are ready. So when we keep postponing and delaying our action because we are not feeling ready, because we are afraid, because we are anxious, because we don't know how it's all gonna play out, because we are afraid to step into the unknown, because we don't see the whole vision, because whatever, we're just literally waiting for more waves to come. And they come because that's just how the ocean of life works. But the thing is, when you realize that you are always ready to catch the waves life transforms in a whole different way. So instead of life throwing you a wave and you're like, no, I'm not gonna catch this one, I'm gonna wait for the next one. When you catch that, that wave then takes you into the next wave and into the next wave and into the next wave. And the more we surf these waves, the more magical waves come to us for us to ride. This is what's called embodiment. But when we are disassociated from our body or just in the ethers, or you think you need another meditation, or you need to say more affirmations or do another practice or listen to another podcast or do another masterclass or get another mentor, like when you put all these things on top of I'm ready now, otherwise you wouldn't have shown up now, then you keep delaying and postponing the magic that is literally waiting to come to you. It's like the ocean of life is wanting to bestow you these waves for you to surf, but you're like, no, I'm not ready. I don't feel ready. I'm nervous. I need to learn more. I need to study more. I need to do another practice. I need to do more affirmations. I need to do my meditation, whatever. When are we going to realize that we are ready right now? Being ready doesn't mean that you feel ready. Being ready doesn't mean you're not scared. Being ready doesn't mean that you know how the whole thing is gonna play out and that you can see the whole way. No, being ready means this thing presented itself to me right now, it's because I'm ready. So let's freaking go and let's ride those waves. And the more we do that, the more we actually see that that scary wave that we were so afraid of is not that scary. That you were actually meant to surf them. That you are a surfer of life. And you can surf the waves when life throws waves at you. You're meant to. You're not meant to wait, because that's not how nature works. Nature is always moving, even though like this can sound paradoxical because there are also seasons and everything has its divine timing. But do you get what I'm saying? Like if something presents itself to you, it's because you're ready. So sometimes we call things in and we want to manifest things. And it's like you have this specific thing that you want to manifest, for example. And then life throws you something that seems different. And you're like, no, what is this? But that thing, maybe you don't see, is like the portal and the gateway for you to then receive this or something better. You know what I'm saying? So may we ride the waves that life is throwing at us, because that's where the magic happens, is when we honor the momentum and we keep moving and we keep flowing. This is how we are also activated and how we activate others as well. And yeah, like for a while there, a long time ago, I was very much in the other realms and in the ethers and just channeling and feeling everything so intensely and just in another realm, right? And only when I was like, knock knock, it's time to ground down, ground your ass. It's time to root into the earth. Only when I started doing that, I started seeing and feeling that I actually have all this power and all this capacity to hold a lot more than I thought I could. Because I thought I was too sensitive. I thought I was like too ethereal and too whatever, and I couldn't hold certain things in my nervous system, in my body, in my field, in my reality. But once I rooted down to the earth, I realized that I'm actually able to hold so much more. As a tree, the more my roots sink in to the earth, the more I'm able to grow steady and stable and bear flowers and fruits that nurture me and the people around me. So, where in your life are you being called to root down instead of going up and doing more activations and more energy work? Where are you being called to root down, connect with your body and connect with nature? What are you being called to face and create through your embodiment and through your grounding? because we can be of service at much higher capacity when we are rooted and grounded and stable. This is not to dishonor anyone's sensitivity, because I know what that is, because I am like that. But once I started grounding more, I realized, oh, I'm actually able to hold a lot more. And yes, I still feel all the energetic sensitivity, but I'm also able to be strong and steady, to hold more space for me, for my loved ones, for my friends, for my clients. And that changed everything. So more than ever now, I'm really like bringing somatic embodiment practices into everything that I do. And inside the Activation membership, this has become one of the greatest resources and the most powerful resources. I share with you the practices that I do myself that completely like ignite me and activate me and change my life. So we learn to train our nervous system to expand its capacity to hold more. And when that happens, you're able to hold like a bigger spectrum of emotions, which doesn't mean that it's only positive emotion, but it means that you're more capable to hold it all. You're also more capable to be in your body, to enjoy your life, to be with your loved ones, to nurture your clients and your friends and the people around you to a whole nother level. And I also learned that I'm actually always ready. And that, when like there's something that presents itself to you and you're a little bit frightened, and so you wait and you don't take action. But sometimes when you do take action, you realize that it was not that hard and you were able to go through it. And not just that, but if we only do what's easy, we don't become stronger. When we have to go through difficulties and challenges and obstacles, that is actually making us stronger. That's one of the paradoxes of being a human. If everything was easy, we wouldn't have the capacity to like be stronger and more resilient, and like to also be proud of ourselves and have confidence that we can hold certain things and move certain things. I have also we also have many practices, somatic practices of like turning challenges into opportunities. So this difficult thing happened to you. Will you stay a victim, or will you use that energy and that challenge as an opportunity to create, to bring your life force energy into play, to become more creative, to become more resourceful, to do something new? Also, when you're going one direction and life kind of blocks your path, maybe it's because there's another path there that you weren't looking at and that you're supposed to go to. So may we see life in that way, that when we are going one direction and that direction seems closed, it's because we need to look elsewhere, because there's something else that is calling us. There's another direction, there's a new adventure. So yeah, so much magic is happening, and I'm so excited to share all of that with you. And we're taking things to a whole nother level. I'm taking me and my students and clients to a whole nother level. Because when you do these practices and when you take action on them, because that's the most important thing, life starts changing. It's like you start building momentum. You're surfing the waves, things are actually happening. And very fast, your life completely changes. And one moment you just look and you're like, whoa, what a ride. What just happened? Just a few weeks ago, I was there and now I'm here. And this is the magic of embodiment and somatic practice and taking action even when we don't feel ready. And this is the power of being activated by a group of people who are all taking action. That's why I created this sacred space. The Activation membership is like our sacred space where we ignite and activate each other, and we support each other, and we have so much fun, and we have so many things to share every single day, and it's magic. So if you want to join us before the price goes up, just send me a DM or comment down below with activation. And if you want to join us in the embodied content, you can also send me a message with embodied and I will give you all the details. The price for embodied content by itself is 222 and it will go up for 555 very soon. And if you join the activation membership, it's already included because I want to give you everything and just nurture you so much, so it's already included. So yeah, you guys, like, just take action in your life and ride those waves, surf those waves. That's all I want to share with you today. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.